Thank you for visiting my RC channel. My name is Bill and I'm a RC radio control enthusiast, and I also do RC reviews. Thank you for joining me for this review of this GepRC CineEye 79mm HD Cinewhoop FPV drone, a bind and fly supplied courtesy of Banggood.com to review and share with you. It comes with these accessories in this box. With foam to protect it, and we also get instructions and some GepRC decals or stickers. So as I mentioned, this is a bind and fly and comes with most common receivers, and you can get a PMP without a receiver too. Get these 5 different color canopies, so yellow, a black one, got a green one, got a transparent one and a red one. But the main feature of this is this Cadex Baby Turtle version 2 HD camera with a 1080p at 60 frames per second resolution. The frame, slightly flexible, but does feel quite strong. Got these very thick and multiple struts on the bottom. Not a bad design, but got this battery cradle which limits the size of batteries you can use, but it does come with a battery strap, so I'll have to look and see how this can possibly be fitted to accommodate various size batteries, because this takes 2S up to 4S batteries. Also comes with some cable zip ties and a small star Phillips screwdriver. Got an XT30 plug for the battery. And if we have a look at the weight, without a battery, this weighs 53 grams. Comes with a Matic F4 11 FC flight controller with Betaflight OSD and an MPU 6000 gyroscope, and this is mounted on silicone, you can see here, for shock absorption. Got 12 amp BL Heli S 4-in-1 ESC. Got these brushless GR1102 10,000 kV motors with these Gemfan 1636 40mm props, 4 blade, and we get 4 spare props with this too. And the Cadex Baby Turtle FPV camera is an 800 TVL CMOS camera, the 155-degree field of view, and a 1.8mm turbo eye lens, and is also adjustable. Have a look here. We've got an SD card slot for an 8 up to 64 gigabyte minimum class 10 UHS-1 SD card to record at 1080p at 60 frames per second or 1080p at 30 frames per second, and can also record video at 720p at 60 frames per second. Got a 5.8 gigahertz 25, 100 and 200 milliwatt Vtx with this IPEX UFO antenna, and has pit mode 2, and this is primarily for indoor use, but it is a fairly low profile, so should be okay outdoors as well. And the batteries I'm going to try this with are this GNB 300 mAh high voltage battery, and also this GNB 450 mAh 2-cell LiPo battery. So now if we have a look at this cradle here, if I try and put a 3-cell battery in, it fits quite nicely and securely. If I try and put in a 2-cell battery, this actually fits in here quite securely, very securely in fact. Not bad for a 2-cell. So I've got this with a FlySky FS-A8S receiver. The instructions are very basic. It basically just tells you how to bind. So I've set up my Jumper T12 radio controller here with a multi-module. And this has to be set on to FS2A. And let me just get it in the bind position there. Then to bind, there's the bind button over here, and I need to hold this down while I power it up. Let me just get this battery ready here. Hold down the bind button, power it up, and I've got a red light flashing there. Press bind on the radio controller here. Then the red light should start flashing more slowly, indicating that it's binding. Go out of bind here. Disconnect battery. Reconnect battery. And I've got a solid red light. And that is it bound. Now let's have a look at the Betaflight settings. So here we are, connected to Betaflight Configurator 10.6.0. And the first thing I always recommend you do is do a backup by clicking on this here and then save the file. So I've saved it already as a backup for the CineEye HD Whoop. And also go to the CLI and do a backup of the CLI. If you're not sure how to do this, just do a search for backup CLI and you'll find a lot of information on how to do that. So basically have a look here. I've saved the default CLI in a text file that looks like that. Okay, we look at ports. We've got USB VCP enabled here. UART2 serial RX enabled here. And on UART1 we've got Vtx IRC Tramp protocol enabled for OSD. Look at configuration, codecs, DShot 600, motors are set to spin when armed. If you don't want them to spin when armed, you just need to turn this button on here like that. Go further down here. Okay, craft name is S1. I want to change it to CineEye. Receiver is serial-based receiver, SpecSat and SBus. Down here, under other features, these are the settings that we've got enabled. So we've got air mode enabled here. plus anti-gravity. I'm going to save and reboot. Look at power and battery. Got minimum cell voltage 3.3, maximum 4.4. I'm going to just drop this down by 1 to 3.2. And warning is at 3.5. So if warnings are 3.5, I can actually drop this down to 3.1. And I'm going to click on save. File save. Procedure set to drop. Look at the PIDs. These are the default PIDs. And so this is profile 3 and rate profile 2. These PIDs here. I'm going to leave the PIDs as they are and see how it goes. Look at receiver. Okay, this was AETR. I've changed it to TAER, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have an RSSI channel enabled. Just plug in a battery so I can check the receiver settings. Okay, got a battery plugged in. I've got throttle, got yaw, pitch, and roll. Don't have anything fluctuating for RSSI. Have a look at modes. So this is my setup. I've got arm disarm on auxiliary 1 and then auxiliary 3. Got angle set there and horizon set up over there. And flip over after crash on auxiliary 2. Go to OSD. Here are the OSD settings. I prefer the warnings to be down a bit lower here. These are the settings for OSD. Got fly mode. And click on save. Okay. And if I go to CLI here and I type in dump and enter, and go to the top, we can see the target is Matic F411 version 3.5.7 dated March the 15th, 2019. So while I'm here, I want to just do my own VTX settings. So I type in get VTX and enter. So here I can see the VTX band is band 5, the channel is channel 1. I normally like flying on F4. So I need to set this to band 4 and channel 4. The VTX power is on 3, which will be 200 milliwatts. I'll leave it on 3 for now, but if I fly indoors, I'll reduce this value to 1 for 25 milliwatts. So go set VTX band equals space 4 and enter. Click on set VTX channel equals space 4 and enter, and click on save, enter. Go back to CLI here, type in get Vtx. You can see it saved it now to band 4 and channel 4. And then when you're finished, it's always good to do another backup as I showed you in the beginning, and also back up the CLI with your own settings. Okay, and then to change settings through OSD, if you pull the left stick to the left and right stick to the top, like this, then you get the menu to go through the various features. Now let's go and see how it performs. Let's see how this GepRC CineEye goes with a 3-cell battery. Let's power it up. Take off. Okay, holding nice and steady. Okay, you can see that video is recording. Views of the reservoir there, we can. Nice and stable, get some views here. Oh. Quite stable outdoors, quite steady, which is okay. Nice punch out. Running well. Wow, quick turns, which is good and nice. Feel the power of this 3-cell, which is good. Nice orientation. Flip it into horizon mode. Forms well like this too. Much stronger pitch in horizon mode. Back in stable. Take it over there, get some video closer to the trees. Video higher up. Spawning well. doing nicely. And battery, stop the clock. It flies nicely outdoors, about a 3 mile per hour wind, so the wind not too strong, but I think it could handle a stronger wind. We'll have a look and see what the videos come out like. And 4 minutes flying time on a 300 mAh 3-cell battery. Please subscribe, like, comment and share if you like my videos.